Yeah, you know, I was a fan of the concept, and I've been on The Voice, but in Holland, not here. So, and of course, that's where The Voice came from. So, I always thought the concept was really cool. That I think that you get a real artist because you're not judging somebody on the way that they look or their style. You're actually listening to their voice and the tone of their voice and the character in their voice, and then they turn around and you go from there. So, I actually was a fan of the show. Truthfully, I just, you know, most of these people are really talented. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. So I just try to tell them to just appreciate being in the moment. And I think, too, it's important for people to realize that while it's awesome to be on The Voice, and it would be even better to win The Voice, losing isn't the end of your career. And that, you know, in contests like these, a lot of great stars have come out, and they haven't been the ones who have won. So I think it's just important to try to enjoy yourself and learn as much as you can. You know, the process is pretty amazing. It's being surrounded by all these people and other great artists is a great way to sort of, you know, learn exponentially. So I just tell them to just totally enjoy themselves. You know, I totally would have been a part of a show like this at the beginning, but no, at the beginning there weren't any shows like this, so I ended up just playing in dingy nightclubs, and I remember I made my first $40 payday, and I thought I was a real badass. And um, you know, I think that it doesn't matter how you come up. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, if you're Michael Buble and you come up through clubs, or you're Kelly Clarkson, or you're, you know, whoever. I think that, you know, what really matters is, are you really an artist? Because if you're not, if you don't know who you are, you're not going to last anyway, no matter how you win it or how you get it. So I think that wears. Oh man, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Blake as as an artist, but more than that, Blake is a great guy. Blake is I feel lucky to call him a friend, and when he called and asked that I would come down and do this, it meant a lot to me, and I told him so. Listen, Blake is a you know, incredibly talented, smart, humble, driven, you know, good looking, and way too humble for all of those things to be happening. And I think that I'm not saying anything that all of America doesn't know already. I mean, that's why people love him, because you know, the men want to be like him and the women want to be with him. And so you know, I'm glad. It's nice for me to call him a friend. I think it's, you know, part of me feels like a little sad about it, you know, that you know, that somebody has to lose, because there's going to be nights when two people come out and both kick ass, and one of them's going to get kicked off, and I mean, it's going to be whoever was the best person that night. And so that's tough, but you know, actually getting them prepared is a lot like producing a record. And you know, when I go and produce for other artists or for myself, it's the same thing. You know, you sit down, you talk about stuff, you try to have a really open dialogue, and you know, you want to make the person better. You know, good is the enemy of great. And anybody can be good, but to be great is difficult. And so that's what you try to do. You try to, you know, pump them up and fill them up with, you know, with the knowledge that they can be totally great. And you know, then you just do the thing where you know, pick a key, you pick a form, you start to get yourself together, you pick a concept, and then you watch them go. And it's like being a proud parent, watching them get it. And yeah, very cool thing. I've had a really, really cool experience today with them.